Alright, this is Hermes Agent from News Research. The short version is, it isn't just a chat box next to your code. Hermes is meant to live where you work, remember what it learns, and keep getting better as it runs. At the top of this page, notice the promise: open source, MIT license, and the agent that grows with you. Down here, the feature list gives us the important frame: persistent memory, generated skills, scheduled automations, delegation, sandboxing, and browser control. So when we talk about goal, think of it as part of that bigger idea. Hermes is not only answering one message, it can keep a task alive. Now on the docs page, the feature is called persistent goals. The line that matters is right here. Goal gives Hermes a standing objective that survives across turns. In plain English, you write the success condition once. After each assistant turn, a small judge checks the last response. If the goal is not done, Hermes queues the next continuation by itself. That sounds small, but it changes the workflow. You stop managing the loop manually. Instead of saying keep going again and again, you're defining what done means and letting Hermes keep moving until it reaches that state, pauses, or runs out of the turn budget. Look at the quick start. The shape is simple: /goal, then the actual objective. Hermes accepts it, runs turn 1, asks the judge for a done or continue verdict, and either keeps going or stops. The command table is the part I want you to remember. Goal text sets or replaces the goal. Goal status shows the active state and turns used. Goal pause stops automatic continuation without deleting the goal. Goal resume starts the loop again and resets the counter. Goal clear removes it entirely. So this isn't a vague mode. It has controls, and it works on the CLI and the gateway surfaces, which matters if you talk to Hermes from chat platforms as well as from a terminal. 2 behavior details make it practical. First, the default budget is 20 continuation turns, and you can change that in config. That budget is the guardrail. It prevents an unclear goal from running forever. Second, user messages preempt the loop. If you step in with a correction, Hermes handles your message before the queued continuation. The docs also mention sub-goals. This is useful when the goal is already running and you realize the acceptance criteria were too loose. Add a sub-goal, and the judge now has to consider that extra criterion too. Okay, now I'm in WSL. I have a tiny backlog file with 3 priorities: a startup blocker, a missing smoke test command, and old logs to clean up. This is intentionally small, but the pattern is the same as a repo maintenance task. What I care about isn't just that Hermes writes a file. I care that the goal states the output, the structure, and the verification. Watch the command as it is typed. I am not asking for a general summary. I am saying read backlog.txt create plan.md use. High, medium, and low sections include one task in each section, verify the file exists, and say the goal is complete. That last phrase matters because the judge is conservative. If the final response does not clearly show completion, the loop can continue. Now look at the tool trail. Hermes reads the backlog, writes plan.md, shows the diff, and runs a simple file check. That's the behavior you want from goal, not just effort, but evidence. If this were a larger job, the judge could send Hermes into the next turn automatically. Here the task is small enough to finish in one pass, so the important line is the explicit completion statement. After that, status is the sanity check. It tells you whether a goal is active, paused, done, or cleared, and how many turns have been used. Clearing the goal is how you leave the session clean before starting a different objective. My rule of thumb is simple. Use goal when you would otherwise keep typing keep going. Don't use it for a one-line question. Use it when done means something observable. Tests pass, a file exists, a report is written, or a workflow is verified. One last framing point before we leave it. Goal is not magic autonomy. It is a contract. The better you write the goal, the better the loop behaves. Name the artifact, name the verification, and name the stopping condition. If you only say, improve this project, the judge has to guess. If you say, fix the failing import, run the smoke test, and report the exact command output, Hermes has a clean target. That is why the demo goal was explicit. It turned a vague maintenance request into a finishable workflow.